Welcome, Aries. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. This reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is for February. Just no specific life area topic. We'll let the cards tell us what they want to tell us. And let's get started. I'm going to use the Runic Tarot for the reading and the Somnia Tarot for clarifying, taking a look at current situation and what's going on around that. Okay, one more shuffle, please, and let's get started. Hope you all are doing fantastic. Headed into this new month. Tell you, time just is flying. Okay, Aries, let's do this. Current situation. King of Wands. As a female Aries, I'm like, yeah. Sorry. I know all you Aries kind of appreciate that. Past influence. Death. Transformation. Okay. Current influence or present influence is the way I like to say it. Ooh, Five of Wands. This can be an Aries card for sure. Look at how angry she is. I'm sorry. I'm an Aries. I am. So I understand. I'm my rising and moon are both water signs, so I'm kind of a filtered Aries. Like, have to filter me through the darn water. Negative. Four of Wands. Positive. Seven of Swords. Isn't that odd? Okay, what we don't see. Five of Swords. What to look for. Ace of Swords. Huh. Okay, unexpected. Empress. Challenge. Temperance. You know, that makes sense. I'm looking at that Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands can be about competition and conflict. And the Temperance is a challenge, and how do you balance out that and keep your emotions in sync, right? So, I mean, it made sense right away, because this, especially in this deck, man, I might read the book. This deck has a little bit different of meanings, and I really like them. I really do. This is a great deck. But yeah, it's a little bit of anger going on there. So might be a challenge to, keeping your emotions in check. Future influence is the High Priestess. Outcome. Moon. Where does this lead? Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Knight of Swords. Patience to speaking your mind to going for it. That's kind of what I see there. Bottom of the deck is Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, just looking at this to start with, what life area this is. With the Nine of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck, it can go either way, right? It could be totally about career and work and money and resources. It can also be about, independent as far as relationship. You're independent, maybe single. And it doesn't have to be female, okay? That's just, the Nine of Pentacles is about reaching your goals. But it's also about independence, right? You did it on your own, or if it's a love reading, when you see the Nine of Pentacles, it speaks about, I'm going to scooch up a little bit. It speaks about maybe being single. Not always. I'm going to pull one more advice card, please. Okay, Three of Wands. I like that. Okay, so, and then we have the Ten of Cups after that. So, there's some good energy. I'm going to definitely clarify. So the current situation is the King of Wands. And this could be about you taking control. Absolutely. It is definitely a King of Pentacles, or King of Wands is definitely a fire sign. It's kind of obvious here when you see all the fire around him. So let me clarify this. What is this King of Wands about in our current situation? And I will say R because this is an Aries reading. R like O-U-R. Guess I'm in a good mood, huh? Tell me about the King of Wands. That's the... I can't see. I'm sorry. I'm wearing my contacts, so... That is the King of Wands. See, that's... I want to make sure. Okay, excuse me. I'm going to put on my... Because I thought in this deck, all of the queens were facing one way, but I think this is different. Yeah, it's the King. I think I messed up in another. So King of Wands. Let me... Whoop, whoop, whoop. What else? King of Wands. Hierophant. Six of Cups. Okay, so I feel like this is definitely someone from the past. So I feel like it could be someone else. Um, Definitely could be a fire sign, but it's definitely someone with a lot of passion and excitement and energy. The Hierophant makes me feel like it may have been someone that you had a commitment with. Now, when I say commitment, keep that open because this definitely could be about work. So it could be a work commitment or a commitment to a manager or a commitment to a friend, anything. So take it as it resonates. With the Six of Cups there, it definitely does feel like this has to do with someone from the past, maybe. Um, I feel like there's a, with the Death card in the past, there's been a change here. There's been some kind of change, probably related to this person. But there's something that in the now that's making you not real happy with that Five of Wands. You're kind of angry, but we'll read that definition. So I just love these cards anyway. The Death card though too, let's look at that because that's going to lead us into what we need to know. So I have a kitty I keep keeping my eye on. He's over there. He's been asking for a ton of attention. Tell me about this Death card, please. Tell me more about the Death card. What is the Death in our past influence here? 3 cards. Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Three of Swords. Okay. This was a situation where I feel like maybe there's been a change in perception. Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Three of Swords. You know, it feels to me like there is definitely like I feel like there was something that was feeling successful, but there was some kind of Seven of Swords, maybe someone not being completely honest, not necessarily in a bad way, but there's definitely sadness here. And I think that is what's moving forward because we know that the King of Wands isn't about sadness. But I feel like that could be where the Five of Wands comes into play with the influence of the now. So this could be aggression, you know, like, look, man, you weren't being honest with me, and that really hurt my feelings. And this could be, again, any life area, but when someone's not being honest, it's super frustrating, right? I mean, it really is. So, the Five of Wands is in your current situation now. I am going to put my little red glasses on. Sorry. They're kind of funky, but they're just reading glasses. And who doesn't want to be funky once in a while? Where's the wands? Oh, the wands are at the end. Oh, not the end. Okay. I love this. I love this book too. I'm telling you. Okay. So, oh, it's still hard to see. I need better glasses. The Five of Wands has always represented anger, chaos, and confusion. This is not a happy card to receive. The old Viking ways, as we knew them, lasted up until the 13th century. They celebrated and worshipped the old gods of the Nordic pantheon. It was hyphenated. The rise of Christianity put an end to their beliefs. Anyone caught practicing the traditional ways was branded a witch and put to death. Oh, the image on this card is a bit harder than that than most definitions of this card. It's very true. It does represent the lengths man goes to control what others say and do. So that is interesting too, because I feel like it's saying, there is something here about you not wanting to be controlled, and that's what's making you mad. And it has to do with this person not being honest with you from the past, even though there's changes happening here. So you're still in a state of how dare you treat me like that. And we'll clarify it, but I feel like that's what it's saying here. And I like that meaning because it's very true about control, right? Because none of us want to be controlled. None of us. We don't. Well, maybe some people do, but not when it comes, we won't go there, but, and that's what she's angry about. So let's clarify it, because with that meaning in hand, it's not just, and the Five of Wands is about chaos, conflict, confrontations, all of those things. So yeah, this one maybe a little harder, but it's kind of the same. Tell me more about the Five of Wands and present influence. So this is the energy that's influencing you now. It's not necessarily an outcome or what's happening. It's more of an energy that's influencing. So if you could be angry about a situation that's frustrating you because you feel like you're being held back and not being able to express yourself. Tell me more about the Five of Wands. Ace of Swords. Page of Cups. You really want to express yourself here. The Ace of Swords is all about being articulate, speaking. It's also about epiphanies and things like that. But that's, I want to have this conversation. I care about you. And I'm sitting here having to be strong through this. And that is what's got you frustrated. And I'm going to call this more of a frustration card right now, because it is. It's not, I don't feel like it's quite as harsh as the book was speaking, but it makes sense. Like you're just getting really frustrated. And your negative is this Four of Wands. And I feel like this is a feeling, like the Four of Wands here. If you look at the Four of Wands, it's Four of Wands is about celebration, but this is specifically to people here. So, when you talk about the Four of Wands, people can say it's a wedding card, but it can be a barbecue. It can be just a get together. It can be having fun. It can be just anything like that. And with it being in the negative, though, I feel like there is something about celebrating a relationship that might have you. Let's see. Let's clarify it before I go any further. Tell me more about the Four of Wands. Four of Cups. Seven of Swords again. Three of Cups. So, yeah. There might be something. Four of Cups is like what you're looking at something, and this is what you want, and you're not getting what you want. But you're not looking at what else is around you either. So basically, when you see it in the Rider White, he's being handed a cup, but he's like looking down or looking the other way. And instead of looking at what's being handed to you, he's going, no, I want something else. So that's kind of the energy of the Four of Cups. In this deck, it's like you've got what you need, but if you flip and don't take your blindfold off, you're going to lose everything. Um, Seven of Swords, again, about dishonesty, about someone not being completely honest. Three of Cups is, to me, like, there's something about togetherness. So, I feel like there is some kind of false celebration here. And I feel like that it's negative because it's not serving you. You may be thinking that you're celebrating something that you shouldn't be, and it's not necessarily easy. I'm not going to say that because, sometimes when we really want something and we see it happening, we get excited. But should we really be excited? Because there's something here too about that sadness in the past with the death card. So even though there's just this really, and are they being completely honest? Also, we've got the Three of Cups, which could be gossip. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. Um, so I feel like there's this false celebrating here that's not doing anyone any good. It's just it gets in the way, I think, more than anything, and it could lead to you looking at something the way it's not really meant to be looked at. Again, we have the moon, which is all about things aren't as they appear. So we do have the Seven of Swords, though. So this is showing up in your positive. So this is interesting because it's come up, what, 3 times in clarifying? And it's here sitting in your positive. So there is something to be said about the Seven of Swords. So I want to know more about it because is someone not being honest, or is this Seven of Swords about you kind of taking yourself back, like taking your pride back, taking, your you representing you, self, um, holding yourself accountable, being honest with yourself, uh, understanding that a situation wasn't good or took something from you, and I said, no, I'm going to take it back. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords in our positive influence. Lovers. I'm not going to take both of those, just the top one. 10 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Okay, so you're taking back, if there was a relationship that disappointed you, and I'm going to keep that really simple, that maybe there was a relationship that you were disappointed with, you're taking that back. Either the relationship itself, or no, I'm not going to be disappointed anymore. I'm not going to let this disappoint me. And that has a lot to do with the Four of Cups too. Because the Four of Cups, even though it's not the Five of Cups, the Four of Cups is, if you aren't going to accept what's given to you, you could be disappointed. But I feel like that's the, oh no, I'm not going to be disappointed anymore. I'm not going to let this disappoint me. I need to move away from that. And then we have the Five of Swords and what you don't see. So this could be, so the what you don't see position can be about people, other people. I call it establishment. It could be about your work, your church, your family. But basically, it's usually not directly about you, but it could be indirectly affecting the situation that we're talking about. So, and you don't see it because it's not in your face, right? It's not you. So tell me more about this Five of Swords. Because, you're Ace of Swords, man, looking for the truth. And you got the Queen of Swords over here discovering the truth, headed towards the truth. Tell me more about the Five of Swords, please, and what we don't see. Six of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Queen of Cups. There could be someone that really is having a hard time. No. someone is fighting the way they feel about you. Six of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is about heartfelt things. Six of Pentacles is about sharing. Nine of Wands is about being tired. You know, that wounded warrior, I'm almost there. Yeah. I feel like there's someone fighting against caring about you almost. Like they care about you, but they're fighting it because they're they feel like that it's might be too hard to continue. That's not the feeling I'm getting. This could be anything too. So if it was more work related, someone is fighting it could almost be like someone fighting you in the respect that if you're up for a promotion or raise, or maybe you get a lot of recognition, they're trying to take that away because they're jealous or whatever. So I would be, because Five of Swords can be fighting unfairly. And that's why I feel like if it's a relationship, they're fighting the way they feel about you, because that's not fair to anybody. You know, you don't fight the way you feel. You feel that way. You don't fight the feeling. If you don't want to be with that person, that's fine, but don't fight the way you feel. Right? There's a difference between feelings and, you know, moving forward. So then we have Ace of Swords and what to look for. And this is look for the truth, look for honesty, look for clarity, look for that aha moment, look for the truth. I really feel like that's what it's saying, because we also have the moon and the outcome, which always is like things aren't what they seem. Three of Swords, or Ace of Swords and what to look for, please. Fool. King of Swords. Four of Cups. So there is something about, if there is any kind of new beginning happening here, any kind of leap of faith, new beginning, taking a shot, setting yourself free, whatever it is, I think the cards are asking you to be clear. King of Swords. Be clear in what you really want moving forward. If this is a old relationship, be very clear on what you want. Four of Cups, you know, that what's being handed to you and you're not looking at it. Nope, I don't want that. I want all of this, or I want this. Because if you really want to make this worth your while and feel, you know, not have fear, you're going to need to really speak your truth on what you need or want or expect. Be careful about having expectations from other people. There's certain things you can say here, I expect this, but there's certain things you can't. So I would just be open to that too. The Empress is in your unexpected energy. I mean, this could be taking care of somebody. This could be someone coming in that's like a mother to you, or something like that. That's someone that takes care of you. But let's take a look further. Like, tell me more about this Empress card, because this could also be a feeling that you embrace. Tell me about this Empress card. King of Cups here. Sun, Devil, Six of Swords. So there is a feeling of, if there's someone you're stuck on, that situation is getting better with the Six of Swords. I feel like there's something here that's going to make you really happy unexpectedly. So if you have something that you're attached to, or someone, even an idea. So maybe at work, stuck on this one idea, or, you know, a person, a partner. I want this partner and I'm stuck on this. There is the Six of Swords. There is this feeling of being headed in the right place. Being headed, the Six of Swords is, about leaving, the rocky waters. But I feel like that's saying, you're headed to a better place. This is good, but it comes in unexpectedly, because I don't feel like you're not expecting that. I think you're expecting the worst, and it's not going to be the worst at all. I think there's going to be good stuff come out of here. Now, the Temperance is asking you, this is the challenge. It's saying, hey, keep your cool here. There's no reason to get too worked up about anything. Don't get over emotional. And when I say over emotional, I mean the Five of Wands. Don't go off. I know, Aries, I know a lot of the things we do, if we're not happy with something, we have no fear of letting someone know. We don't. That's, hey, you got to do what you got to do. And I feel like it's just a warning there. I'm not even going to clarify it, because the Temperance is all about emotional balance. It's a challenge for you. It's a challenge for us every day. We are high strung, full of energy, leaders. Yeah, we can be stubborn. Not always. I have to say that we are also open to new ideas, but we have no patience whatsoever. So if something is not going the way we want it to, or it's not going at all, it's frustrating, right? Now let's get this going, right? Am I not right? And so the patience part of the Temperance is about keeping your cool there. And I think that's, especially if you have even two sun signs in your chart. Like I said, mine's like filtered with two water signs back to back. I do have my Mars sign is Aries too. So I do have a couple, but the rising and the moon are water, so it tempers me a little bit. It really does. I've always wondered why, I'm not this full blown Aries, but I have it in me. I do have it in me. It just comes out as a surprise. For me, yeah, most people think, oh, what's that about? Okay, I think it's kind of fun. Let's talk about the High Priestess in your future influence. I feel like there's some kind of inner understanding and inner knowing here that's going to influence you moving forward. However, what I'm perplexed with is that the outcome is the Moon, which says things aren't as they appear. So I'm questioning that High Priestess, because if you're thinking and counting on that to be correct, is it really correct with the Moon being the outcome? There's the feeling with the High Priestess of the inner knowing, but there is the feeling of the Moon, which is make sure you understand a situation completely before moving forward. So there's these two contrasting energies. So tell me more about the High Priestess, please. What's the High Priestess? Tower, Six of Swords, the World. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to read the High Priestess in this book. I've been using this deck for a long time. I just can't remember all the exact meanings. I do know some of them, but I'm wondering because the Tower, Six of Swords, the World, something that's changing, that's moving you forward to a better place, has come to a destination. Like there's a destination involved. Not the Six of Swords to me is the movement card, but the World is a destination. So let's just take a quick look at the High Priestess here, because I'm interested. If I can see it. That's too much. Let's just look at the keywords. Listen to your listen to your intuition, guide, trust the universe, commune with the divine, lunar magics. Oh, the rune in this is courage and endurance. The rune is yours because all of these cards have runes in them. So this card, where's the rune? You can't see it. So like for instance, in this card, the rune is right here, and I believe there's one right here. They're bright. I don't see it here. I don't see it. I don't know. But that is endurance as well, which is very interesting. But that makes more sense about the world card too, right? Yeah, I like it. I think you know exactly some kind of change moving you forward, but reaching the desired outcome. And I feel like that is the endurance part of it. You've endured some kind of change. And this is an influence. So it's not like a prediction. It's this energy is what's influencing your near future. So the change has led you in the right direction. There was some kind of change that led you into a correct direction, and you have reached a pivotal time in your life with the world card. And that high priestess, I feel like, is that part of the endurance part of this, is that you have recognized that you have done this. And so in the future, that recognition of what you've accomplished and what you've endured is going to be kind of playing the role in your near future, the outcome, which is the moon. And the moon is all about, to me, the moon is all about the shadows. The shadows, the light of the moon is not as bright. You can't see as well in the darkness. It's a little bit more spiritual. It's a little bit more hidden. You can't see everything. And I feel like anytime that's the outcome, it's saying that things are not 100% as they seem. I would be very careful about making decisions at this point. If things aren't quite as they seem, then you could be making an incorrect decision. So I would just be really careful here, because the next thing, and I think this is why it's unclear. You're an Aries, or an Aries, or you're cross watching, but if you're an Aries, you're impatient. We talked about this. You want things now. You work for it now. You go out and get it now. There's not waiting. There's none of this. No, I'm not thinking about it so much. I'm just going to go do it. The Knight of Pentacles here, and where this leads, is about patience. Is about having patience. And so this is saying that things are going to be moving rather slowly here in the near future, and that's asking you to be patient. And it's a reminder that things are going to be moving slowly. Again, go back to the temperance, your challenge of being patient, keeping it real. And I think that's the unclear part, is because you're not used to having to wait for something to happen. And it makes it very unclear about it. Almost feels like it's not going to happen because it's taken a long time. But that's because when you want something, you go get it, and you start working on it, and it doesn't take that much time. But other people are different, right? So if there's an energy that's coming in that's just moving really slow, it makes you go, oh, was I right? Did I really endure this or not? Because this is like taken forever. So it's kind of that second guess here with the moon. Then it leads to the Queen of Swords. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Swords. So to me, the Queen of Swords, yeah, she knows how to use her words. She knows exactly what she wants. When she decides where she's going, she heads straight there. There's no shiny things along the way, right? She doesn't go, oh, no. She's down with the path. It's this. This is where I want to be. This is where I'm going to go. No distractions. Here I go. Very direct. And let's see. I feel like this could be what you decide. Like, okay, I'm going to use my brain here instead of my, I don't know but no, I'm going to set my sights on something and dang it, I'm going to get it. That's the energy I'm getting here. Tell me more about this Queen of Swords. Six of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Star. Yes, you are definitely going after it. There's something from the past that is a new that will feel like a new opportunity. It's a new beginning, but this new beginning is good, and I think that's what's important to remember about that Knight of Pentacles, because this is something that lasts. A lot of times, any of the other signs, those new beginnings don't always sit. They can bounce away, because the Pentacle is all about earth and being grounded. Then it leads to the Star, which is your complete hopes and dreams. So this is where you're going. This is a new opportunity. Yes, it's like the past, but it's exactly what you want. And you're going to be setting your sights on that. I feel like the Knight of Swords is that energy coming in, because that's where it leads next, right? The Knight of Swords. So let's talk about the Knight of Swords. And I'm going to tell you the Three of Wands here in your advice is about being patient. Everything you're doing is working. It's just kind of working, and you're not seeing all the benefits right now. Tell me more about this Knight of Swords. I think the Knight of Swords is the benefit. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. Because the Knight of Swords is a lot quicker. World, Fool, Queen of Cups. Yeah, there's something here about, yep. Whatever has come to an end, there's going to be a new beginning for you. The Fool, the World, the Fool. And I feel like it brings a lot of love in here. So this is going to come in rather quickly, though, and this probably could be another person or a person. Could be that Queen of Swords. I want this from the past, and I'm going to go get it. It could be someone from the past. But whatever it is, World to the Fool is great. When you see the World come first, the Fool comes second, it's like, okay, we reached a pivotal moment. Now a new beginning starts. I mean, the World is the last card in the majors and the Fool is the first. So it seems to be a proper progression. And then with the Queen of Cups, it's all about reaching those things that are really important to your heart and what you really love. So there we have that. Okay, let's do, again, I'm going to go back to that piece of advice, the Three of Wands. They're sitting there watching their ships come in. They're coming in. Things are working. But again, it goes back to having to be a little bit patient. The work you've done is paid off. It's just not in your hands yet. You can see it. It's on the horizon, but it's not in your hands. And that can be frustrating. Again, going back to the Temperance as your challenge, try to really keep even keel for a little bit. I feel like there's something really good happening with that Knight of Swords coming in later, but that's going to be later. That's going to be towards the end of February, maybe even into March. But it's going to, when it does come in, it's going to like go, and it'll be nice. I mean, it will, because it's what you want. It's totally what you want. And it comes in. But you could shift that energy if you blow up, right? If you don't keep your cool, you could change that outcome to maybe not be so good. And that's why that's going to be a challenge. It's about being patient, and again, that is a challenge for us. It is. I can't stand being patient. It drives me absolutely batty. I'm not a patient person. And sometimes it gets me into trouble because not everybody has that kind of mentality. Not everybody is, let's get this done. Some people are going, wait, I got to think about this. Why? We thought about it. Let's move. Right? So there you have it. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope this all made sense. Give me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Appreciate you. Have a beautiful day.